step in. I mean, I don't want to comment on labor issues through the camera because as a former president of NLC, as a worker in the Senate, I don't pretend about the fact that my first constituency, my permanent constituency, is labor. I can be removed as chairman of APC as I was removed, but I couldn't have been removed as a laborer. I remain labor in heart and labor in views and labor in my aspirations. I will expect that even as we speak now, that the issues that will appeal to me will be the fact that as we speak, we have states that are not paying 30,000. And those states are not being mobilized to go on strike. The federal government had granted 35,000 naira increase, right? And those discussions were supposed to be for and on behalf of not only the federal government, but on behalf of all workers in Nigeria, including those employed by local governments and state governments. And the additional revenue accruing from the withdrawal of subsidy trickles out to the states and to the local government. Now, I would wish that somebody at the NLC recognize that the hunger in the stomach of federal employees is not any worse than the hunger in the stomach of those state employees, not those local government employees. If these are the issues on the table, even as a senator, I will publicly support any action against any government that think that we should lament away our hunger and why the people do what they do. Unfortunately, this strike is not about those issues. And I think we have to be careful not to mix our political opinion with our responsibilities, because the issues confronting workers are so many that they should become the priority. I want labor to, we cannot be apolitical, because politics is about the people. And I have argued when I was in NLC that nobody has a right to be partisan, much more than those who turn the wheel of our industrial progress. But it's saying that we must recognize that however hard you try, when it comes to politics, people are going to have different reasons for supporting different candidates. And you have to be careful not to be seen to be doing the bidding of a particular candidate or a particular political party. As president of the NLC, I made no friend with any politicians in Edo State. So that, like Bumundia was asked me, we want to be able to say, lead the matter to me, it's my boy, I will call him. I say, I am not anybody's boy. I want to make my decisions. I take responsibility for those decisions. You can't find me in the house of a politician, not because I hate them, but because they don't belong to, they don't represent the value that I represent. I represent those guys who can only vote, even though the law allowed them to be voted for. Unfortunately, the system had to throw them up. So I have to prioritize what is it that I'm ready to die for and what is it that I'm ready to accommodate. That's the best I can say. But let me be clear. I do not support the brutalization of any Nigerian. I emphasize any Nigerian, including a journalist, including the unemployed, of course, including labor leader. Right? What I'm saying, in terms of what you might call the hierarchy of needs and challenges that we face, I think that NLC should robustly engage all the state governors, all the state governments who are not implementing the agreement that was midwife courtesy of a national strike, not a federal government employee strike. So if you mobilize private sector workers, state employees workers, local government workers, and now there is an agreement on 35% across the board, I want to see NLC saying there will be no sleep in any state where this is not being implemented. That is all I can say.
Thank you so much.